Hello, my beautiful Dolly family. Welcome back to Southern Reborn's Nursery. I'm your beautiful host, and today we have our beautiful little co-host, little Miss Raina. Say hi, Raina. And Raina is the replica Maddie kid. Is this girl not beautiful? Oh, look at her. Say hi. This little girl is one of my favorite dolls in my collection, you guys. I love her. I know so many of you have gone out and gotten yourself a little Maddie replica just like Raina. And I do not blame you guys because she's a beautiful doll, you guys. She's absolutely stunning and I love her. All right, you guys, in today's video has to do with little Miss Raina here. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But you guys, let me tell you what happened to me the other day, right? And what's kind of been happening the last couple of days. So as you can tell by the title of this video, you probably have already seen Spring Flowers video and Cena's video, and a few other people have made videos as well. So let me tell you what has happened to me, okay? So about a month ago, maybe a little over, me and some of my Dolly sisters were talking, and they asked me if I was going to the doll show in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I was like, I never even thought about going to the doll show. You know, I was like, yeah, going to the doll show sounds fun. I want to go to the doll show. Heck yeah, right? So I was planning to go to the doll show in North Carolina. And I had talked to my husband about it, and we were making plans to go, you guys. And I was so excited. I was like, this is my first doll show. I get to meet all my Dolly sisters. Like, this is going to be an amazing time. You know, and I understand that at doll shows, although I have never been to one, I understand that you cannot take replicas on their show floor. You know, I understand that. And I was okay with that. I was fine with that. I was like, okay, you know, I get it. I have plenty of authentic dolls. A majority of my dolls are authentic dolls. Artist-made, reborn dolls. So I didn't have a problem with that. I was like, okay, you know. And then you guys, so someone sends me a link and they're like, you can join this Facebook group. And it's to the Dolls of the World Expo Facebook group. And they will update everyone on the events and times and, you know, tickets and hotel rooms and all the stuff, right? Everything that you need to know is going to be on this Facebook group. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, I've never been. So I'm like, okay, cool. There's a whole group, right? So I asked to join the group and they accepted me the very same day. I know that Cena mentioned that it took a little while before she got accepted, but they did accept me the very same day. And so I was like excited. So I'm going through and I'm like, okay, you know, like people are asking like, do you know the dates yet? There was people asking about hotel rooms and, you know, different things like that. And it was kind of like nobody was really giving them an answer. And I was kind of like, okay, well, maybe it's just a new page. Maybe this is just something they set up and they don't have all of the information yet, right? So, you know, my Dolly sis told me where the hotel would be. And I was like, okay, cool, you know. So I know where to get a room. So you guys, I have been so busy with the big news that I can't tell you guys about yet. But I have been so busy, you guys, that I have not, I think I checked that Facebook group two other times since I had joined, but there wasn't really any updates. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm like, maybe as the time gets closer, more information will be put out. So I stopped checking it. Well, Cena sends me a message and she's like, girl, she's like, they booted me out of the Facebook group. And I'm like, what Facebook group? She said the Dolls of the World Expo group. And I'm like, what? Why? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, but they also booted Spring. And I'm like, what? No way. I'm like, no way, girl, no. So I'm like, let me check, right? So I check and I'm like, You guys, they kicked me out of the group too. And I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, why are they kicking us out? Right. So, you know, and I'm assuming they must watch our videos. They must know that we have replicas and things like that, right? Crazy thing is, Cena has no replicas. So I was like, why'd they boot you, sis? Why'd they boot you? She's like, because I'm associated with you guys. And how sad is that, you guys? Like, the hatred in the reborn community is real. It is mind-blowing to me that this is supposed to be a public event, right? It's supposed to be a public event. And they're picking and choosing who can attend. They're picking and choosing who, what artist can attend. Like, what kind of doll show is this? Now, mind you, again, I've never been to a doll show. In my mind, I'm assuming it's like the Rose Doll Show, right? Because I've heard fabtabulous things about the Rose Doll Show. So I assumed that this doll show was the same. Apparently not. Apparently not. So... So I wasn't hurt that they kicked me out of the Facebook group. It's not the first time that I've been kicked out of a Facebook group, right? You guys remember how I made my bully video and I was kicked out of like a scammer group. I was like, okay, you know, but I was more disappointed that in 2024, some people have not grown as individuals and are still so close-minded that it's mind-blowing to me that this is even happening. It's shocking. It's like, wow, right? We need to do better, you guys. We need to do better. I don't consider myself a part of the reborn community. I am more part of the doll community, and I don't want anything to do with these reborn doll community people. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that not everybody has that mindset, right? But 90% of the people have that mindset that authentic dolls, you know, I'm not talking about the dolly community. I'm talking about the reborn community, right? That we are going to be little people who have replicas. We are going to exclude people who have replicas. And it is madness. Now, you guys, I even told you in my last bullying video that they belittle these people on the Facebook groups. They really do. If they find out that you have a replica and you post a picture of it, because a lot of people who are new to the community join these reborn doll groups and, you know, they post a picture of their baby and they think, oh, you know, somewhere I can share my baby. No, you can't. Not in these groups, you guys. Some of these groups, yeah, I've seen them like hound dogs go after people. And it's sad. It is sad. We should not be that way. And, you know, what's funny is they talk about integrity. When they talk about their stance, they talk about integrity, and it's mind-blowing to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand how you can hate on a beautiful doll. I don't. And I understand that, you know, people have their thoughts on replicas and what's the truth behind that. And others have different thoughts on replicas and what's the truth behind it. And you guys, a lot of people don't do the research. A lot of people really don't. Because if they did, they would probably feel stupid. But a lot of people don't. They're sheep. They follow along and follow the crowd. And, you know, okay, well, you know, I really want to be part of this Facebook group. So I have a question, you guys. Okay. So I know that there were a lot of artists who are like, oh, we only support authentic, buy authentic, blah, 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 blah. We don't support replicas, blah, 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 blah. We don't support people who have replicas, right? So why don't they, on their nursery pages on reborns.com, put in their little disclaimers in the description of their dolls, if you support replicas, do not buy from my nursery page? Why don't they put that? Why? Because they don't care where the money comes from as long as they sell a doll. Because I can tell you right now, I can guarantee you right now that if I saw the disclaimer that said, I only support authentic dolls, if you have a replica or support replicas or someone with a replica, do not buy from my nursery, I would not buy from that artist ever. I am appalled by these people. And I'm sure there's a way to find out what artists will be there. The question is, though, do all of these artists really feel that way? Well, if you're a part of the Facebook groups, you can find out which artists really are just as hateful. And I can tell you right now that from this moment on, I will be paying more attention about who I buy dolls from. Because I'm not giving my money to a closed-minded person. Someone who is helping to spread hate. I will not support that. I will not support this doll show, the Dolls of the World Expo doll show. I will not support it. I will not support any artist who is that close-minded. You know, and some of them have channels, right? Like I've seen a few artists who have channels and they go off on their subscribers in the comments. I will never buy dolls from those artists. And a lot of us spend a lot of money on these dolls. You know what I'm saying? Because authentic dolls are not cheap, you guys. And I understand that. And I prefer authentic dolls. But I also love my replicas just the same, right? But I do prefer authentic dolls. So I do spend money on these dolls. And from now on, I will be paying attention who I buy a doll from. I will be paying attention. You guys, we are on the brink of World War III. I don't know how many of you have been paying attention. We are on the brink. We are walking a fine line. And for these people to sit there and choose to put their energy towards what doll someone bought with their own hard-earned money is ridiculous. There is human trafficking happening every day. You see the stories every day. There's people starving. There's people starving, you guys. And you're worried about what a doll, what kind of doll someone buys? Put your energy towards something that could help our world, help our people, help human beings. I don't get it. I don't understand why these people think the way that they do. I don't understand what goes through the mind of these people, you guys. There are so many other things that we need to worry about in this world right now. And the last thing on my mind is what kind of doll someone bought. And if I was holding a public event, if I was holding a doll show, I would do a doll show where all dolls were welcomed. I would let you have a Blythe doll and you want to come check out some reborns? Come on. I would have a doll show that had Blythe dolls. I would have a doll show that had Barbie dolls, vintage dolls, reborn dolls, replica dolls. I would have a doll show that had everything. And I would include everyone. I would not exclude anyone. And you know, Spring was right. It's like a dolly cult if you think about it. It really is. Because you have to pick and choose who you're going to be friends with in order to fit in with these people. God created me to be a follower of Christ, not a follower of man. And I will follow no one. And I will be no one's sheep. And I will be nobody's lapdog. And I will kiss nobody's butt to be higher up in the reborn dolly community or reborn doll community. No, it's not happening. Not here. Nope. So you guys, in 2024, we need to do better. Okay? We need to do better. And supporting a doll show like this would be madness. I cannot support that type of hate. I really can't. I can't. And you guys, in my last video, when I made the bullying video, I had started a hashtag Dolly Sisters United. You guys, it's time to bring back Dolly Sisters United. Because the only way to change this is to make our stance. And we don't have to get violent about it. We don't have to get ugly about it. We don't. We can speak our truths, right? Our experiences. And we can support each other. And we can stop supporting ignorance like this doll show. So, if you stand with us, Dolly Sisters United, and, you know, I'm going to stop my video there, you guys. But I wanted to tell you that I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for being a fabulous subscriber. Many of us talk outside of YouTube, you know, not just other channels. I talk to a lot of my subscribers, and I just want you guys to know that I love you guys and I appreciate you. And little Miss Raina says, hey. And Dolly Sisters United, you guys, we're going to be praying for you. Please share, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And we will see you in our next one. Bye. Say bye, Raina.